Imagine a child sitting in a classroom staring out the window, unable to focus. A teacher might call her distracted, a doctor, anxious, a frustrated parent, difficult. But what if none of those labels are right? What if her nervous system is doing exactly what it was built to do in response to a world that hasn't felt safe? This is the reality of adverse childhood experiences, ACEs, and developmental trauma. It's what happens inside a child's body and brain when life becomes too hard too soon, and how we as caregivers can help them heal. What are ACEs? In 1998, Dr. Vincent Folletti and Dr. Robert Anda published a landmark public health study surveying over 17,000 adults. They identified 10 categories of childhood adversity grouped into three main areas: abuse, physical, emotional, or sexual abuse; neglect, physical or emotional neglect; household dysfunction, domestic violence, substance abuse, mental illness, parental separation/slash divorce, or an incarcerated household member. The findings were staggering. 67% of adults have at least one ACE, and 1 in 8 has four or more. Higher ACE scores correlate directly with increased risk for adult depression, heart disease, substance use disorders, and early death. This is not a rare story. It is the story of most people around us. A child's brain builds itself based on experience. When subjected to chronic stress or neglect, the nervous system adapts to survive. The brain's threat detection center, the amygdala, goes into overdrive, constantly scanning for danger. Meanwhile, the prefrontal cortex, responsible for logic, impulse control, and emotional regulation, receives less blood flow and development. Consequently, a traumatized child becomes stuck in survival mode, operating in fight, flight, or freeze even when safe; hypervigilant, reading neutral faces or tones as threatening; dysregulated, unable to calm down once activated. This is not a character flaw or bad parenting. It is biology responding to biography. Trauma researcher Dr. Bessel van der Kolk documented that unresolved trauma lives in the nervous system as a physical state, not just a memory. A child might flinch at gentle movements, struggle to sit still because stillness feels unsafe, or melt down over minor issues. Traditional approaches like use your words or calm down fail because you cannot think your way out of a state your body is living in. While PTSD typically stems from a single traumatic event, developmental trauma results from chronic, repeated adversity during early childhood, often within the caregiving relationship. It can stem from an emotionally unavailable parent, a chaotic home, chronic poverty, or systemic oppression. Because it occurs during critical windows of brain formation, it alters attachment, identity, regulation, and cognition. Many children with developmental trauma are misdiagnosed with ADHD or oppositional defiant disorder, ODD, when what they truly need is a felt sense of safety. Traditional systems ask troubled children, "What is wrong with you?" Trauma informed care asks a different question: "What happened to you?" This shift from judgment to curiosity is neurologically accurate and opens the door to genuine healing. The same neuroplasticity that leaves young brains vulnerable also makes them capable of profound healing. The single greatest predictor of resilience is one stable, safe, consistent, caring adult. When a child experiences consistent co regulation, being soothed and supported by a calm caregiver, their nervous system learns a new pattern. The amygdala quiets, and the prefrontal cortex begins to grow. The brain shaped by adversity can be reshaped by safety. Key takeaways for caregivers: behavior is communication. When a child acts out or shuts down, they aren't giving you a hard time, they are having a hard time. Connection before correction. A dysregulated child cannot reason. Offer safety and relationship first. Your nervous system is contagious. When you stay calm, you practice co regulation, modeling safety for the child's nervous system to mirror. Healing is not linear. Setbacks are a natural part of the process. What happened to you or the child you love was not your fault. Deep cellular healing is possible. The science confirms it, and survivors prove it. Check out my book, Raising the Child Who Challenges Everything, to understand why your child is wired the way they are, what they actually need from you, and how you can parent them with wisdom, grace, boundaries, and sustainable love without losing yourself in the process. Now available on Amazon.com.